What's up, fam? Mr. Country CEO here. Man, look, I know y'all thought I forgot about y'all. I still needed to finish up my video and information about my insurance journey and my insurance challenge that I had. And I know I gave you all 2 or 3 things last time to work on. Start early, get involved, work the agent, all that kind of stuff, right? So I want to pick up where I left off with that. And as I went through this process, right? So welcome back to the channel, subscribers, family, and friends. So I know that I worked the agent, and then my stuff ended up basically almost expired. Well, expired for a few hours. Thank God he protected me and the guys. And we got straight, had to go with Progressive. I told you that. Ended up getting that money back from Progressive. And ended up talking to a buddy of mine who had just renewed. We talk every day, almost every week. And I didn't know he was going through his renewal. And he happened to mention, say, yeah, man, I finally got straight my insurance. Okay, who you went with? And he told me. And he told me the deal he had got. And that's when I got that information and gave that guy a call. Well, what's the first point? What's the first thing? Networking, guys. You cannot live in this world by yourself. You cannot live in this dump truck business by yourself. A lot of these guys like to get off to themselves and do their own thing. You're going to need somebody at some point or another. So it's important to network. So me networking, and friend of mine told me who he was with. I called the guy, gave him everything. Guy told me he submits quotes to over 60 markets. And I was like, okay, sounds good. And man, lo and behold, that was on that Friday, that Monday evening, that guy had a quote for me. And I could not believe the numbers for me. I mean, it basically was half of Progressive. Oh my God. Now this is just a liability. This is not the physical damage. And so I told him, let's do it. And so obviously I had to send him a down payment, got the insurance with him. All right. Then here's the second nugget, networking, but then something that's noteworthy. The company I'm with, you got to have your stuff together with them. Well, I had sent the certificate over, but the girl was on vacation. Girl comes off vacation where I don't have the information. I said, well, I sent her over the guy. Well, I got to have it. You know, she really sticks her chest out when it comes to her job. I'm going to just put it that way. And so I said, okay. So then but she called me at 1 o'clock before and told me I had to have it in up to her for 3 o'clock. Well, the agent wasn't in the office. I'm like, oh God. So then I ended up getting took off the schedule for that night. Lost about $7,000-8,000 because of that. That next morning got took off the schedule. 1 but 2 or 3 on the schedule that morning. Well, I got him to work somewhere else, so I didn't lose anything that day. So that whole day we were wrestling, getting the endorsement, getting the certificate over there. They want the endorsements. They want the waiver of subrogation. They want the addition insured. They want it on the certificate. We do that. It's getting to be 12 and 1 o'clock. Then, not only do they want that, they want the actual endorsement. Get this game, y'all. This is noteworthy. Get this game. They want the actual endorsement. In other words, they don't just go off of you putting it on the certificate. Anybody can put that additional insured waiver of subrogation, such and such a certificate at the bottom of the certificate. They know that. They want the agent to send the actual endorsement of additional insured and waiver of subrogation. Don't miss that. So here we go again. Oh, I'm strapped. It's like 2 o'clock. Here this girl gave me a 3 o'clock deadline again. So we got that in, the actual endorsement. Finally, by 2:30, she said, hey, I got all your information. But then I got through another curveball. Now it has to go to safety for approval. I don't do that. Oh, God. So now I miss another night, another $7,000, $8,000. Ladies and gentlemen, when you lose days like that, the thing that you can't get back is time. So you don't make that up, right? I'm like, oh God, I lost almost $15,000. And then not only that, I lose the next day because I didn't have nothing else. I lost 2 or 3 trucks working that day. So all in all, I lost about $17,000. I learned from your boy. Find out what these insurance companies want. I mean, these contractors want, and start early before you get in a bind like that. Me, depending on the agent to handle the business, been with him 2 years, thought I was good, cost me in the end. Thank God the next night I'm back on the schedule. The safety say, hey, he's good, I'm good. So I went on, my physical damage expired like a couple days later. So I got the physical damage through him. He gave me a great price with that. So I took all my stuff to this guy. And I can say to you that I'm paying for physical damage and liability for cheaper than Progressive wanted just the liability. I'm paying, I don't mind telling you, $19,000 a month for 11 trucks, most of them new, physical damage and liability, whereas Progressive wanted $28,000 just for the liability. There is a God. Because, man, look at the profit. Look at where my profit would have been if I didn't find a cheaper insurance company. $28,000, then I had to go get the physical damage. That would have been another $10,000. $38,000 as opposed to I'm paying $19,000. $19,000 rather, in profit would have been going to the insurance company every month instead of coming back into my coffers. Ladies and gentlemen, this ain't no joke. This thing is real. But here's where you can take joy in and not buy into the false narratives that are out there. There are, hear me well, there are insurance companies out there that'll give you a good quote, guys. Unless your record just tore up from the floor up and take it from the country. Yo, we got a couple of claims on that. We're not squeaky clean. Last year, I think I got like 2 incidents last year. I got like 3 already this year. You know, bumps, whatever. So you're not talking about a guy who was squeaky clean as relates to our accident record. Follow what I said in that first video. In this video, there are companies out there that'll do it for cheaper. I'm telling you. And watch this. I'm with Geico. Geico is writing commercial insurance now. Someone put in the live I did a couple of weeks ago, Erie, E-R-E insurance. They're nationwide. So there are companies that are doing it. We gonna beat this insurance devil out here, y'all. You got it. But if you follow these things I've told you, you give yourself an opportunity at least to be able to go out and find something cheaper and not have to settle for this foolishness. And some of these agents play games waiting to the last minute and make you dictate, push you toward who they want you to go toward, because some of these people, like a Progressive, pay bigger commissions and quicker commissions. Because a lot of times it ain't the bigger commission, it's the quicker commission. Because some of these, I found this out, this is game, I found these out. With some of these agents, they don't get the commission to 90 days. But with a Progressive, they get it sooner than that. I found that out. So some of these agents are trying to steer you to a Progressive because they're putting money in their pocket. Ain't worrying about you and the cost that it's costing you. And I try to tell you this is all I can find. The devil is a lie. Cut your CEO. I'm out of here. I'm gone.